evening, ladies and gentlemen. Um, when we think of 42, what does it signify to us? It's just a number, a very small number. If you put a million after that, it's a huge number. But still, it's just a number. It doesn't give us any context or any significance. Now you put 42 million ton of solid waste that India produces every day, every year, and this is according to surveys. This is huge. We are producing 42 million ton of trash every year. Now you have the perspective. So when you look at the perspective, when you look at things up close, it doesn't seem very significant to us to say, okay, so it's a number. We are generating this much trash every year, but I'm just contributing a little part to it. But when you combine all that, so you are not only affecting yourself, you are also affecting the city in which you are. You are also affecting the nation. So you know the problem, and the solution to this problem is recycling. It's time to recycle. So before for my presentation, I want to share some data with you. The per capita waste generation in India is increasing by 1.3% per annum. Our yearly increase in waste generation is 5%. Again, 5%, just a very small number. But once you multiply it with the population that we have and the amount of trash we are generating, again, it becomes a huge number. So although we are doing many things, the government has plans to reduce the waste. But still, if we compare ourselves to the top 5 nations, which not by chance, but by facts and figures are all the European nations, that too all the Scandinavian countries like Netherlands, Germany, Denmark. So their almost average recycling rate is 40 to 50%, whereas India is nowhere closer to that. So each person, everybody of us is contributing to a problem. But again, we also are there to provide the solution. And the solution is to recycle. I would state 3 reasons why should we recycle. The first is we have a huge trash problem. This trash is filling up landfills. You might have seen huge trash fills while you are crossing the Delhi-UP border at Ghazipur. You can see that there is a mountain of trash which is over there, which all this landfill is polluting the water that is there because it is going deep down in the earth, and the toxic content is going into the water channel that is there, and then there are toxic gases which is being produced by this waste, which is carbon dioxide, which is again polluting the environment that is there. Second, recycle is a viable alternative to clear this landfill. And then recycling is a simple addition which you can improve on your own. You don't need any certification. You don't need any kind of a education to understand and do recycling. In metro cities, an average trash generation rate is 400 grams of trash per person per day. Again, very insignificant amount, 400 grams. But when you compute the whole data, it again comes to that 40 million tons. So with all this trashing around and all this filling of landfills, again I go back to the Ghazipur example. You see that the judiciary has allowed, or the legislation has allowed, only 20 meter of height of garbage that can be pulled up in a landfill site. But if you look at Ghazipur, it is at 30 meter and still growing each and every day. Also, if you look at the different sites that are there in Delhi for landfill, almost all are over their capacity, and we are soon in a state where the whole of city will be only landfills with trash going there every day. So what is the solution to this problem? There are 3 ways in which recycling can be imbibed into our life. One is we reduce the packaging in whatever we consume. For example, if you go out to buy small packs of juice, go there and buy a bigger pack of juice, so that at least you will reduce the carbon footprint and reduce the packaging that is there in the consumable. The second is reuse. So the example ma'am shared, we all go and we buy things and we take plastic bags. Why don't we go there and take our own bag? If not a jute bag or a cloth bag, at least we can reuse the plastic bag that we have. The third is recycle. Once you are done, don't simply put the trash into the waste basket. You recycle it. Try to find an alternate source of whatever you are using. So all of us understand that every time we throw something, we are adding to the problem. But we can also solve the problem. Let's look at how waste is piling up in the landfills. Recycling helps in reducing that landfill. It helps in conserving energy. It helps in saving the environment. So you now know how to recycle. It's very simple. So go there and recycle. I just want to close with a quote, which is from Barack Obama on the Recycling Day in US, which is each small act of conversion, when combined with innumerable deeds across the country, can have enormous impact on the health of the nation and our planet. So yes, we can.
All right.